Premier Boyz, yeah. Yo, me and my team is the best in the world. You and your team looking stressed in the world. Said me and my team is the best in the world. Then you and your team looking stressed in the world. Yo, me and my team getting arrested by curves, and you and your team getting arrested by the curb. Me my nigga, oh, he ain't do shit except the robbery, nigga. He gon' do 6. Come through, bitch styled up with new kicks, penny flow ho, and I come with 2 chicks. Cause me and my team is the best in the world. Me and my team is the best in the world. Said me and my team is the best in the world. Best in the world, best in the world. Got a star on the sky, gentleman on the cup. And I know my team burns, we got sand in the cut. Ow. Premier Boyz.
Yes, hello everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman. Welcome to another episode of the Premier Boyz podcast.
And you already know what it is. It's your man Aaron Sands. We are back with another one. Another Wednesday means another episode of that Premier Boyz podcast. Welcome.
And it's your boy, the star Roddy Rod. We here, we back. Premier Boyz Wednesday. You already know.
Yeah, and I ain't trying to wake up nobody over here. I need your help real quick.
Long live the chief.
Tribal Chief.
They call me Malimal, and we here the midweek freak. You know, your Sunday to Wednesday night delight. Let's get it right.
Yes, and welcome to another episode of the Premier Boy podcast. You know, first thing first, happy Father's Day to all the fathers. But also a very special Father's Day too. Long live the chief, Malimal. His daughter was born. So yeah, happy Father's Day to you, bro.
Thank you so much. All I can say is, what is a chief without a tribe? Honestly, like I've never felt more like my namesake than just looking at these two sleep and knowing that I'm protecting them. So
yeah, man.
I'm excited. I'm freaking excited. I'm just whispering.
Nice. You know, once again, congrats to you, bro. But also, happy Juneteenth as well, because it's also Juneteenth. And yeah, we are celebrating, you know, freedom.
Celebrating freedom. Just for those who don't know, just for those who think this is another media cash grab, and those who think this is another random day off, because it is all of those things.
Not for me. I had to work today, bro. Come on now.
Same here.
Hopefully y'all two got double time because you're supposed to.
Facts.
But
right.
There you go.
I doubt it.
But just for the uninitiated, Juneteenth is actually the anniversary of the day that the final slave actually knew they were free. Because of course, as we know, slavery, the Emancipation Proclamation actually was the thing that actually ended slavery. But back in the day, nobody had Twitter or Facebook or even like a full-line television channel to see. So the slave owners just lied and kept them in slavery until literally they were forced to give up the very last slave somewhere around June 19th, 1869. Now we celebrate that freedom, the chain breaking. Sure, I got that date right.
Yeah, and they made it official on 2021. So yeah.
So, almost 200 years to give us Juneteenth, and they only did that because for the umpteenth time we seen a black man getting choked out and murdered by police on camera.
Yeah.
Y'all remember the Kentacloth Kneel?
I've heard about it, yeah.
Me too, I've heard about it.
Y'all don't remember when all them white Democrats, instead of passing the laws to keep this from happening,
yeah, we talked about that actually.
Like they were graduating high school and kneel.
Hold up, we talked about this during like season 1 of the Premier Boyz podcast.
Wait. Was it? Hold on. Was it? This is America Part 2?
Probably.
Yeah.
Review that episode and then come back here.
The election episode, right? Was it that episode? I think that was probably the case.
Also, my bad from earlier. It was June 19th, 1865, not 9. Still 2.5 years of slavery that was unnecessary.
Yeah. But once again, happy Father's Day, happy June. But we're gonna get to our regular segment first. Saying anybody gotta pack it up this week?
All right, yeah. You know me for making like some historical statements and moments on this podcast, right? So we're gonna do it again this week for the first time and probably only time in history. I'm gonna pack myself up.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna pack myself up.
We didn't see that coming.
Right?
I did that.
I did.
And I'm gonna pack myself up because last week on the Premier Boyz podcast, right? You already know what we're doing out here. We cooking, we talking about real issues. We keep it raw, unfiltered, and unadulterated, disrespectful. Right?
Unadulterated, disrespectful.
Yeah.
Ad-libs.
So as I was doing that, and I was letting people know how delusional they are, check out that episode.
Oh yeah, by the way, we got something from your boy Stacks about that too. By the way, continue.
It's one of my favorite episodes.
My too, actually, for the season. My favorite of the season, actually.
So, in the middle of this episode, as we were being, talking about delusional people and our favorite albums, I don't know what happened, right? And I'm telling this to the bros, so this is my first full explanation of what happened, where at one part of the podcast you heard from me, and then the second half of the podcast you didn't hear from me, right? And I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of fell asleep. To be fair, I work about a good 60 to 65, 70 on a good week, hours a week, right? I run 2 sites, work with mechanical engineers, a lot of brain power going on. So I come home, I like a couple drinks. You know what I'm saying? When I come home, I put a couple L's in the air. Apparently, I did that during the pod, right? Mm-hmm. And as I'm talking about how we delusional some of these ladies are and everything like that, I felt myself just kind of nod off. And on this like $2,000 sectional right quick, I couldn't help it. It was so fucking comfortable. So next thing you know, I wake up at like 2:30 in the morning with the Zoom screen on, because we shoot off the Zoom, right? And I wake up to the Zoom home screen.
For y'all.
Huh?
I said he peeled back the fourth wall for y'all.
That's fact.
Yo,
breaking the fourth wall.
We breaking the fourth wall on this one. I told you I was doing history. What are you doing? So next thing you know, I wake up, the screen's on. I'm like, yo, I felt like somebody tapped me on my shoulder and was like, yo, I need you to clock out.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it was. And I literally did that. I got up, put the tablet up, went right back to bed. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. So for me, failing my duties as 1/4 of the mighty, mighty Premier Boyz, I got to pack myself up. Put me in a fucking box, B. Pack me up.
Pack it the fuck up.
Pack it the fuck up.
Pack it up, son. Pack it up, son.
Okay.
Damn it, bro.
Hey, I know you're probably wondering that. I know, and y'all gonna hold you. The fact that Sans fell asleep last week, it had to make me a lot of work editing all that out. You didn't hear none of the snoring doing that.
Wow, I wasn't even gonna bring that shit up.
You didn't hear none of it. You didn't hear none of sleeping or none of that.
Yeah,
so listen, we was gonna leave it alone. You could have made your pack it up about anything else. Now that you done brought it up, we got to talk about the snoring.
Yeah,
that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, had time. Let's talk about it.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. Like here at the Premier Boyz, we take ownership of our shit. We don't just sit there and do shit out west and then come back in the east and be like, I ain't doing it. Nah, we do that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Here's the way I see it. We got love for you. Love doesn't hold a record of wrongdoing. I think that's what it says in the Bible, right? I wasn't holding it against you.
I mean,
I just forgot about it. But now that you're gonna remind me, I'm gonna laugh at you for snoring.
Well, look, like moral of the story is, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take accountability for the shit you do. Anything short of that is delusional.
There you go. Yo, before we continue with the segments, y'all just want to bring some Premier Boy stacks. So So we are on the top 100. We back on the top 100 charts, y'all. We are number
Oh, you
16.
know it.
We are number 16.
Oh wow.
On the top, yeah, we're number 16 in the normal charts, number 13 on the indie charts. For best comedy podcast, because we are comedian, we are funny. We are funny. We are in the top 4. We are number 4.
And the
For
best
normal-
comedy charts, bro.
Yeah, number 4 in the normal charts and number 3 in the indie charts. And for top 100 and with top 100 episodes, we are number 4. We are number 12 on the normal charts, and we are still number 1 on the indie charts for 4 days for the delusional episode. So yeah,
Number 1 for 4 days off delusional.
Yep. So
What I tell y'all when we start this, I'm gonna draw.
yeah.
Oh,
for
wow.
real. Thank y'all for tuning into this episode. This was a really fun episode that we did. I'm glad a lot of people laughed this episode. It was really fun, and thank y'all for it. It was really fun, for real. Thank
It
y'all.
was something.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank
But
that
Roddy,
girl out there for being delusional.
What's good?
Roddy, you got anybody you want to like this week?
Nah, I just want to piggyback on something I said last week.
About the sky.
Nah. When I said that the music was empowering women, that wasn't what I meant to say. I really meant to say that y'all remember back in the day how like all the female songs on the radio was just bashing men and this and them and stuff.
Back in
I
the
don't-
day.
Oh, you mean like
TLC,
Scrubs,
like no scrubs and all that.
Scrubs, yeah,
Bills.
Bills,
No, I'm
yeah,
saying-
Gotta pay girls'
I'm
bills.
saying- I'm saying
TLC
they
no
really didn't
scrubs
stop.
and all that.
Yeah.
I'm saying they really didn't stop doing that since then.
Well,
Yeah.
now
The
it's
music just
kind
got
of
worse.
reminding me of it, but yeah, they kind of it's kind of up more because there used to be groups. Now just every single female rapper doing it
Right.
more as opposed to
It's like
that.
you don't get to be big as a female rapper unless you say something shitty about niggas.
Yeah. All right, Mali, you got anything to the sky this week? Don't go 20 minutes below the top.
Yeah, we gotta keep it short, bro.
That was a double. That was a double to the sky, right? This is a single. I'm gonna keep it nice and short, right?
Oh man.
But I'm gonna keep it black, but I'm gonna keep it brief, all right?
Mhm.
I stole that from Lil Easy. But shout out to her.
Mm.
I do have a to the sky, and I had a to the sky about a whole different thing. Manipulating exes and gaslighting and the benefits of semen retention and all that type of stuff. We was gonna talk about that. I'm not no more. Next week. Because this is just the name of the segment, to the sky, the thing that falls out of the sky that has the most impact on my mind. That's what we're gonna talk about.
Mm.
I happen to see a podcast where the Wrap It Up podcast. Y'all ever seen clips of that on TikTok?
Wrap it up.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I've heard of them.
I did heard of them too.
Wrap It Up.
Wrap It
And it'd
Up.
be like three sort of young middle ages, not middle age, probably like between 27 and 30-year-old black dudes. Kind of cool. Usually bring shorties on the show that kind of don't know what the hell they're talking about, so they just kind of walk over them and stuff like that.
I
But
feel like I know.
but they points be good.
I feel like I know what you talk about, sir. I think I know what you talk about.
I know if you've spent any amount of time on TikTok, especially if you've ever watched the Kevin Samuel video on TikTok, they've popped up eventually, right? But either way, right? So you see them, and the funny thing is, I've always said that these conversations, the who should bring what to the table, the da 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 da, those conversations, they're often driven by the worst people to have the conversation, right? The reason why we can't understand, it's a fact, right?
Yeah, as a fact. You hear it all over YouTube.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why people can't get right about the conversation because it's not being had in the best frames of mind with the best people who have the most information to counter each other's information. Because debating, you only grow when you have strong counters to these arguments that make the other person on the other side think about what they're saying, right? When you start thinking about what you're saying, you grow your knowledge because either you have to prove your point or you just got shown some new knowledge that you didn't know, right or wrong. So two of those things happened when I seen these guys on this interview, because the person they were interviewing was not some young girls out in the street. You know, I don't even know these girls. You know, they're probably Instagram models that think very highly of themselves. I don't know. These guys sat across a very game, and this is the part where I got new information that I didn't know. A very game Dr. Umar. And he took them boys and he chewed them up and he threw them across the room like spitwads. Right? And here's the crux of his argument. Y'all are talking about yourselves. Y'all are very individualistic when we talk about the collective. Right? And see, the thing is, they're trying to figure out who to blame for the choice of life. They're trying to figure out who to blame for the prevalence of Ray Rays and Pookies. You know, for why this woman chose to have babies with a terrible person. Dr. Umar said if we was on our grind, there would be no more terrible men for women to have choice of. And I know myself personally, I've in the past, I've said, you know, we got kind of like, based on statistics, there's like an 82% average that we're going to be good dudes, right?
Yeah.
But also based on statistics and based on just the simple Pareto rule, it's 80-20. So basically 20% of the people are going to be 80% of the issue, right? If you have $1 million company, 20% of your people are the reason it's $1 million company. You fuck around and lose that 20%, you'll have a bunch of people that can't make you $1. That's real talk. 20%. So if 20% of our population is Ray Ray and Pookie, and women, misguided women are attracted to those Ray Rays and Pookies, quote unquote, most of the time, because a lot of those children are had between that group of people. Whose fault is that really? Dr. Umar said it's still ours, because the ultimate responsibility lies on the man's shoulders. If we're starting to talk about alpha males and who should be in control and charge based on this and based on that, he really fessed them up, because the thing is, he caught them out there shifting blame while still trying to play that I'm the alpha male, I take control, I take charge, I'm the chief thing.
I'm the chief.
Right? So basically, the whole idea is you can't be the man unless you're willing to take the bullet. You can't say you're this and that unless you're willing to do something about it. He said, he asked them, what do y'all do systemically to try to fight the prevalence of this? Y'all just wait until all these Ray Ray and Pookies grow up and then ruin the neighborhood by having more babies and messing with more women and leaving more fatherless children out here, instead of stopping those Pookies and Ray Rays while they're still old enough to be called that and doing something with them, getting involved in their lives. And it made me think, what if he's right? I'm really asking that. I actually wanted to ask that to you fellas. What if Dr. Umar had a point?
I mean, to be fair, granted, you could say, okay, Dr. Umar may have a point where if everybody changes their mentality and how to like make themselves better, there won't be no more Pookies and Ray Rays. It's just a fact, because you're effectively lowering those numbers, those Pookie and Ray Ray rates, as they would say.
Right. His point is preempting them before they get old enough to do damage by being the men in those kids' lives, even when those kids are wild and doing too much. They need a man to step in to try to even things out. If that's how you believe, his point is, are you doing it?
And that's where
just waiting to blame it.
And that's where it comes down to. It comes down, not to cut you off, but it also comes down to like mindset too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think about it. Like, yeah, if everybody could do better, there'll be less Pookies and less Ray Rays. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're having a more forward thinking mindset, you'll be able to like circumvent a lot of that shit before it happens. The problem comes is when you got a lot of these dudes that, and I say a lot, I mean like anywhere between 54 to 63% of dudes that do not have that mindset. They'll be on PS5 all day, stroking their meat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
not doing shit, drinking Henny, bro.
hold on. No. That's not the imagery. Let me cut you, because he went further to say who he blamed for that problem. And he didn't blame the niggas playing PS5 and stroking their meat. They what? Fire for that.
Bro.
He didn't blame them. You know who he blamed?
So,
He blamed our black professionals for moving out of the hood. He blamed that dentist that left and never came back. He blamed the doctors, the dentists, the accountants, the people who basically their whole life goal was to get something good so they could get out the hood. And what they do in leaving the hood behind, they take black professionalism with them, so the hood never sees it. What does the hood see? They see rappers, ball players, and D-boys.
all right. I can see your point there, but I'll see your point and I'll raise you a case study. So
I like case studies.
So there once was a man named Deion Sanders, right? And he was at Morgan. I believe he was coaching Morgan State, right? I think I covered this on King Talk.
Yeah.
I talked about this on King Talk. How he was trying to help build the school up, try to make the school better for the team because, in the conference they was in, they wasn't really getting much money like that. You know what I'm saying? So Deion Sanders is bringing his own money into a situation, building it with his own hands. You know what I'm saying? And the thanks he got for that shit? The niggas ran through his car, ran through his office, robbed him, stole from him. People inside the same conference they worked in was hating on him because he was bringing all his money into one program and not bringing it for everybody. But I'm like, bro, he works there. Then when people didn't appreciate him there, he decided to leave, and then Colorado picks him up. Oh, yeah. So now he's like, yo, listen, I'm getting love in Colorado, more love, dare I say, than I was getting at Morgan State. So much so on the way out, niggas wasn't even shaking his hand. Like they was like, oh, you was in SWAC. SWAC is the conference that they were playing in. Oh, you ain't SWAC, but you see a lot of the programs there, they don't really get a lot of money because they always take that shit from the top. So tell me this, if you want your best and brightest, right? You want your best and brightest to come back to the community, to help build the community, to lower the Pookie and Ray Ray rates. Great, got you. My question is this, what are they coming back to?
That's the problem. See, and this is what he said, it don't matter. Because at the end of the day, when you take ultimate responsibility, it's your fault. That's pure. This is his argument. Purity of leadership is taking that onus. Deion Sanders got robbed because Deion Sanders wasn't there already. Deion Sanders got his money, got his white woman up and left. Am I lying or flying?
Yeah, well, he got his NFL money, but the man's came back. Try to give it a second chance.
He left. Just like every dentist, every doctor, just like them lawyers, he left. And
so does not coming back count?
No. Well, let me ask you this. Your father gets up and leave you when you're 5 years old. He pulled back up when you 18. Is there not going to be some growing pains there when y'all trying to get back together?
There, of course, there's going to be growing pains. That's different. You're talking about a childhood.
No, it's not.
You're talking about a childhood situation. You know what I'm saying? They grow up into a man that makes more mental, you know what I'm saying, that can cause a mental capacity in a boy's life. You're talking about a community. You know what I'm saying? That already was down bad.
Full of what?
Huh?
Yeah. A community full of what though? Yeah, the community was down bad, but you raised up in that community. So now what are you going to do about it being down bad as you coming up? You leave it to get worse, and now it's worse, and the people there don't know you. Now you come back flashing all this money. Now what happened?
They think you sell out.
No, they don't even know you. They just see a nigga flashing money, they're gonna get you. That's the worst part. The people that already thought you sold out, they're around your age now. The people that's robbing you, they the next generation that was your responsibility, that you left, and now you decided to come back and think it's all good because you got bread.
So if that's the case, right? If by saying that, right, you gonna come back just to get robbed by little Pookie and Ray Ray, what's the point of, you know what I'm saying? Like, even trying to pull up.
You wasn't supposed if after you leave, don't pull back up, because you wasn't supposed to leave without making significant impact on your neighborhood.
That's like saying,
leave for so.
Continue. I'm sorry.
You wasn't supposed to leave without making that significant impact, especially if you were going away to get the resources to make that impact. He left.
Okay, so check this out, right? We said he left, right? Let's see what happened. All right, let's say this. You get money, right? You have an opportunity to get to a bag that you never was able to get to before, right?
Right.
And this isn't like you now as like a father that family. This is you as a hungry 18-year-old. You got a chance to not only provide wealth to yourself, but to your family and your kids. And you be able to provide generational wealth with this one move. You're gonna sit here and tell me that you're gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna decline that. I'm gonna fall back on that. Wow. Oh, I want to give back to the hood. How are you gonna give back to the hood if you broke just like them? Jay-Z said it best. Jay-Z said it best. He got rich and gave back. That's the win-win. Matter of fact, that's the second case study. Jay-Z, he got rich, came back to Brooklyn, and still try to do the same for Brooklyn. Niggas ain't rob him, and niggas ain't rob him. That's another thing.
Because he didn't leave like that. Everywhere he went, he represented Brooklyn. Every money he had, he was still putting in charities, putting in people's pockets directly who lived in this neighborhood, his neighborhood. He could go back there comfortably as a billionaire and not get robbed, because he did exactly what Deion Sanders didn't. He always kept in touch. He always tapped in. He didn't leave, act like he was somebody else. He always been that Brooklyn boy. He always repped Marcy. He put Marcy on the map and then came back and gave him money.
Wow.
You understand? That's the difference. That's why Jay-Z, with much more flashable money, much more expensive stuff, with an expensive ass wife, did not get robbed out there.
I can take that. I just believe that, if you're willing to come back, all right, come back. But you also got to be mindful of what you're coming back to. You know what I'm saying? Because the place you left, the place you're going back to might be even worse than the place you left. But let's be real. Is it solely just his fault? Is that just on him? You can't go down that part of Mississippi and be like, oh, that part of Mississippi is trash ass. And it's all because Deion Sanders didn't stay at Morgan State and get them dudes the championship.
That's a horrendously obtuse argument. It's not all on him, but his responsibility, the bit that was his responsibility, he still didn't do. So you have no one has any idea the positive effect Deion Sanders could have had in those situations, because Deion Sanders was not in those situations. You don't know how much good he could have done for any given set of people or any group of people, because he wasn't there to do the good. You understand what I'm saying? No, it's not on Deion Sanders. It's a community thing. It's collective. We all as men have duties to some of the places that we come from. I'm not saying you have to stay there to get your money. In fact, sometimes separation is good, but you cannot leave there completely and act like, once you can't leave there completely, become a man and not have responsibility to it or to the people. There's problems in the place you live. You go back and you help the people, or you go to your new place and you stay your ass over there.
Jay-Z once said, I can't help the poor if I was one of them. So I got rich and gave back to me. That's the win-win. Granted, I'm all for, coming back and helping the hood. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got towns out here that ain't no millionaires came from. Who's helping them? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
I'm
the
off
other
the-
problem too. Wait, hold on, Sam. I'm sorry to cut you. That's the other problem. Helping the hood, helping the place that raised you. 1, 2. Everybody leaves. Everybody grows, survives, and thrives. So whatever you came from, you still came from that. And the minute you can, you get up, you leave, and you down talking, you shit talking forever. That's a mentality that we have right now because of years of negative press about ourselves, because of years of self-hate. That's why our best people leave our neighborhoods, while every other group of people's best people stay right there in their neighborhoods. When they go to new places, they create new things around them, and they stay, and they, because it's always about giving back. We come up so individualistic because we're still surviving. It's time for our community, our culture to grow up. It ain't just about us no more. The Bible says when you were a child, you did childish things. But now you're a man, you put away those childish things. Individualistic thinking is a childish thing because you need to survive as a kid.
That's true. Now, I'm only stopping the debate because I didn't want to go 40 minutes on this one.
Yeah.
Right. We got. I gotta say this one for one mind. Like we gotta.
This one's for the bridge.
To the
I ain't gonna-
Yeah, y'all see the for the bread, bro. We gotta get the other for the bread, yo.
That could have been a whole episode right there. But I'm like,
I honestly
didn't
didn't.
facts off.
I honestly didn't even see that much counterplay coming. Not gonna lie to you. I was
Me
ready.
neither.
Conversation. It was a good conversation. Though. I ain't gonna hold you. It was a good conversation. I was intrigued though. But Bally, that's it for the out of to the sky.
To the sky. To the sky. To the sky.
Or out of the sky.
Out of
That's the actual name of it. I just like that for the theme song. Fab, clear that for me, please, so that Spotify don't do things.
I'm just gonna get the instrumental and like just bump that like the soundboard.
Yeah. We gotta tweet Spotify. Yeah, we gotta get that show back on Spotify. We gotta tweet the Universal. We gotta get that show back on Spotify. But before I do my Mr. Gentleman review of the week, can y'all remember which movie I gave 5 stars to before I started? Give me one each.
I think you gave that Spider-Man movie like five facts.
I have not even covered that yet.
Oh, I saw it though. It's lit.
Well, you know what? Now I'm just naming it real quick. Creed 3, Little Mermaid, and Super Mario. And Super Mario was, I believe, it was something else. And I think Guardians of the Galaxy. I think those are the only 4 I gave 5 stars to. But good thing, Sam, you mentioned something interesting. I did see Spider-Man across the multiverse.
The multiverse.
The Spideyverse would be my fault. Spideyverse.
Spideyverse, my bad.
And that is my review of the week for this week. I gotta hold you, son. Yo, that is a beautiful movie, son. The graphics were really nice. How hard they work on that movie, son, is really amazing, son. Come on, 250 Spider-Man characters within 3 years.
Wow.
Like, it took 4 years to make, son. Like, it's crazy. And,
That is something.
And I know everybody's upset about the cliffhanger, but we know it could be a part 3 next year. So
Yeah, I was highly upset when I saw that. I was like, "What?"
We're gonna get part 3.
Yeah, it's gonna be part 3 next year. Yeah, next year.
Hey,
and
that movie looks beautiful. Just as a by the way, y'all.
Yeah.
It is. And
You know what it reminded me of though?
Yeah.
It reminded me of Intergalactic when Kid Cudi did that.
Oh yeah, it did. I agree with you on that.
Like that whole scenic background shit is so fire, so sexy.
Yeah, and I like the story. It was really good, son. But the only bad thing about this movie is that I didn't see it in the movies. That was the only bad thing, son.
You should have saw it in the movies. I ain't gonna hold you. It was worth the price of admission.
I know. And usually, I am gonna get a movie 5 facts, but I can't get a movie 5 facts though, son.
Why not?
I can't get a movie 5 facts. It's just so amazing. So I'm gonna do something that the first time ever.
Oh,
I'm gonna
break the scale.
There you go. I'm gonna break the scale.
You didn't say he was gonna break something.
Yep, I did. I teased it. Yes, I'm gonna break the scale, and Spider-Man, the multiverse. I'm gonna say this as of right now. It's the best movie that came out this year. I don't care what nobody say. This is the best movie.
Nah, that's facts.
Best movie that came out this year.
I gotta watch it.
Spider-Man, not Spider-Man. Super Mario was close though. Super Mario is a close second. And if I wanted to, I could have broke the scale with that. But Spider-Man, I'm sorry, it did it. So I'm gonna break the scale. I'm gonna call it my break the scale. The golden with the gentleman. Facts.
Yeah, the golden facts. I like that.
The golden with the gentleman.
Confetti and all, like.
Yeah, so far this will be the only movie so far that got a golden with the gentleman facts. So yeah, and that is this week with the gentleman review of the week. So I do got a question today. I had a different question today, but since the setting, clearly the setting is all black, Father's Day, stuff like that. I got a different question of the day. We feel like we probably answered this question the day before, but I don't care. I'm going to answer it again. Since it's related to the theme. Who is your favorite TV fathers? It could be a black father. It could be a white father. This is Father's Day.
It was never going to be a white father for me. I'm sorry.
Oh, dude.
Name white fathers. I'll name Frank Mitchell before I name a white father. I'm sorry.
Right. Shout out to Mr. Drummond, but no, sir.
I'm dead.
Lay your top 3 to 5 fathers.
All right, so I will go from number 3 to number 1.
Yeah.
Andre from Blackish, number 3. Because it was a mix between like being like hard on your kids, but also teaching like culture. He taught a lot of culture, which is what a lot of these kids nowadays be missing. You know what I'm saying? They don't be really knowing much about culture and shit. Plus, he had the best kick game for a father, bar none. I'm a sneakerhead, bro. So you already know, he really had like by far one of the best kick games for like a father. So that was a big deal. That's number 3. Number 2. Number 2 is gonna be Uncle Phil, Fresh Prince.
Number 2.
He also taught culture too. But he was throwing niggas out the house like I would right now. I live on 3 flights of stairs, and I take pleasure in throwing people out of the fucking house when I get a chance. So one of my biggest inspirations for that was Uncle Phil when he threw Jazz out. But he also literally saved Will from the streets.
Yeah.
Single-handedly saved Will from the streets.
Yeah, he did.
Even
right? And before there's any confusion between, which Uncle Phil you talking about? I'm talking about James Avery, bro. R.I.P.
Wait.
I ain't talking about this new Uncle
Phil. Ask what Uncle Phil.
He didn't say in general.
In general, because you will get those questions. Oh, Uncle Phil from Bel Air.
Yeah. My bad. 2 Uncle Phils now. It's 2 Uncle Phils now.
I'm being abundantly clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, both black Aunt Viv and white Aunt Viv.
Hold on. If somebody sends a DM, a text, a tweet, whatever, asking which Uncle Phil you're talking about, send it to me so I can personally punch him in the face.
No.
Man, I think like, bro, you're too young.
I got a better one. If somebody did send you a DM, tell them to pack it up in the next episode.
Oh yeah, they're definitely. I'm not even gonna do a poll. I'm just gonna
That's a lot less gonna give me a charge. Yeah, do that.
Like I dare you. You ask me who that Uncle Phil is. I'm finding your Instagram. I'm flaming your shit. I'm pack it up. That's what we doing.
Yeah, but who you number one?
Number 1. I'm sorry. Number 1, James from Good Times. That's like
damn.
I ain't gonna hold you. Like between like James Avery and James from Good Times, they're gonna remind me of my dad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's strict, but like he'll let you know what's what.
Yeah.
So a lot of these males out here need a father like James from Good Times. All right, put their foot up your ass. That's a problem. A lot of kids don't get beat because ACS and all that other shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I understand that you can't be beating the kids. You know what I'm saying? But some of these little motherfuckers out here, especially in the city, they need to get their ass beat at least 3 times a week, bro. Honestly. And then get caught and then get taught culture afterwards. Cause listen, ain't no way a 13-year-old gonna try to pull up on me trying to rob me and he got a father like James from Good Times. You know what I'm saying? So those are my top 3 fathers. That's what it is. Shout out to the fathers. 3 fathers.
All right, there you go.
Shout out
Yo,
to
Roddy.
James. Wait, before we
No,
go,
Mally, that's Mally go next. But yeah,
That's Molly.
Well, I was gonna go next. You know, I like going last with freaking. I'll do that because I want to say something.
Yeah.
James from Good Times was an excellent father. Only counterbalanced by how bad Florida was.
That is true.
That's a fact, yo.
Florida
did not want to get out the hood.
She did.
At all.
She was comfortable. She was comfortable in the hood.
She really did not want to get out the hood. I'm like, bro, I'd leave. I'll take my kids. We be out. We going to California.
Literally no ideas for advancement did she approve of or anything, and then she was praying to white Jesus.
Bro, there's a whole episode about that. She really thought Jesus was white, bro. And Michael had to tell her, like, nah, bro, Jesus is white. Jesus is black. He had a head of wool and skin of bronze. He black. And in Florida really argued her son down because she believed in white
No,
Jesus.
Sans. She didn't argue her son down. She literally argued the Bible down because the boy read the Bible to her.
Oh, that's facts.
That everybody in that family would have been so much better off if they would have just listened to James and never listened to Flora.
That's a fact, yo.
See why you listen to fathers?
Damn.
Happy Father's Day.
All right.
Oh, gee.
All right, Molly, you got that.
Okay. Top 3 fathers. My number 3 spot was the one I was sort of battling with, but my number 3 spot. This one's hard for me, guys. But you know, I'll give my number 3 spot to Mr. Heathcliff Huxtable. Right? He was a phenomenal father. A phenomenal father. He was gentle yet stern. He knew how to get in his kids' ass without having to beat them up. And they really felt it. Like he knew how to make them really feel it. But he also positively influenced all of his kids. Even after
I don't know about that.
Even after they were having babies.
I disagree, bro. Continue.
You disagree? Hold on. Talk.
I disagree.
Talk.
Say it. Let him talk. Say it. Let him talk. Say it.
I'm gonna say one name that will put a hole in this whole argument, which is why I didn't put him in my top 3. If you got him in your top 3, that's great. He's out of my top 3 for 2 reasons. 1, Denise. 2, most of that job was really built by the mom. Shout out to Felicia Rashad. So
Word.
she did a lot of that footwork. Let's not deny that.
She played a big I got some. Yo, after the thing, I got started for the Felicia Rashad talk too, but
and bonus number 3, roofies. That's it.
Wait, say again?
Date rape.
Oh.
Oh my
No.
God.
He didn't do that on the TV show.
We're talking about the character, man. You're talking about the character, not the person.
Nobody putting not the person. Evan up there, bro. I'm just saying.
You're talking about the character, not the person, son.
Okay.
It's different. His person is completely uninspired. His character is completely uninspired by himself as a real person.
Exactly.
It was written by him and some white people to make a great TV father, and my God, did they do a phenomenal job of making a great TV father. So much so that we're still holding him to the standard of the great TV father. That's why we're so mad. Because if we would have really thought about it, mad comedians in the 70s was just drugging people randomly. There should be a lot more people roasting like he is. He should definitely roast, but the 70s are full of niggas that need to get that same treatment.
You know what? You're all right, but none of them were America's dad, bro.
Right, because none of the writing was good enough to make him America's dad. America's dad is Heathcliff Huxtable. We can't even say his real name no more. That's why I specifically said that.
Oh God.
What's your number 2?
Happy Father's Day.
Come Come on, even on a Father's Day team episode, do a wild episode. Come on, son. Come on, nigga.
Where's the filter?
What's your number 2, Molly?
Where's the filter?
Oh shoot! Oh god!
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You like the fucking podcast, bro. I'm sorry. Like the podcast, like for real.
Oh shoot! Sorry. I had to shout out my boy LA Knight real quick. Okay, my bad, Molly. Continue. Oh,
Okay.
shoot.
So I'm having a hard time finding, and I'm gonna be mad in my mind if I don't get this one off correctly. You know who I'm gonna give the number 2 spot to? I get a number 2 spot from to Michael from My Wife and Kids.
Okay, completely underrated, but that's what's up.
Very underrated.
Very underrated.
Wow.
It is. I would have never had that on my list.
I'll never have Michael though.
I never had Michael.
Michael's a very underrated father. He's funny. He's a normal guy, but he made sure his kids ate. He slapped his boy in the head for being stupid.
Come on, the thing he too silly for me, son. I like him at the farm, but he's too silly for me, son. He's hilarious though. He's hilarious.
Everybody can't be the doctor lawyer combo. He's like the great father for everybody who just wants to be a good father. Got his little advertising business, keep his family good,
Bro, he had a trucking company.
Juicy Couture.
Yeah, he had a trucking company. Yeah.
It was a trucking company? Why?
That was
a trucking company this whole. No, it was way better.
It's too good.
Yeah, that's middle class as it gets, bro.
Yeah, he was the owner of it, though.
Class, actually. Yeah. He's the owner. That's upper middle class.
Yeah.
Middle class, black family, doing good, thriving. Show might have been better if they just didn't decide to ditch the black girl for like just.
I'm not gonna hold you. Jennifer Freeman was a way better coach. She had more personality. I don't mind that change. I'm sorry, I don't mind that change.
Yeah, that was needed.
It was needed.
Listen, Premier Boyz has overruled my opinion on that. I just don't like the way it looked.
If you don't like that, you're gonna love this. I kind of gonna have to disagree with you on the whole Michael Kyle shit. I'm gonna give you one word, right?
Mm-hmm.
Junior. Right? You know that kid had a learning disability, right?
Yeah.
And you let that man be a father?
You also know it was 2000. He didn't even think and that's why I like him. He didn't treat his boy like he had a learning disability. That boy was clearly autistic. He did not treat that boy like it. He did not treat that boy like he was on the spectrum. He treated that boy like he was a normal, high-level functioning person, not to disrespect anybody like that. But I'm telling you, in treating him like that, you get higher level stuff out of that. That's great fathering. That's actually part of the reason he's on my list, because he could father his kids wherever they were.
Nice spin.
That's safe right there, bro.
I'll take that. I'll continue on that.
And then it's kind of sad that we didn't really experience Junior become a father. Like we had more of him being a father. But I agree with Mally on this one too. Actually, I definitely agree with Mally on this one. I wish we had more seasons so we could see more Junior as a father though.
Nah, facts.
My number 1 pick. There is no better father than Judge Philip Banks on TV. Black father. None. I know Andre from Blackish was cool, but there's just no better father. Not only, listen, the only mistake he made was leaving the hood for good. Everything else he did, he put his kids in the textbook position so well that they didn't even know struggle. Like they cousin had to learn struggle, but he was such a good father that his wife's sister sent their son there to get straight when his father didn't do what he had to do. And guess what Uncle Phil did? A little bit begrudgingly, because Will is an asshole. He accepted him and he loved that man like it was his own.
Yeah,
that's right.
Right.
Like, and that's what you do. Like, it goes directly Remember when Dr. Umar said, well, what are you doing to fix it? He literally took a street kid, polished him up, and showed him a different side of life. Now Will is in college. I don't even know what Will did after college, but it was great. I like to always say, like, Will Smith, right after college, became the niggas from Bad Boys, and he started being a cool-ass cop. That's
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah,
But he still kept up with his dad's, calls on Sundays.
right.
That was the last episode they had. He was like, "Yo, Sundays." He was like,
Mm-hmm.
he sat in that empty ass living room.
That's what I'm saying, though. And that's how there's no better father than Philip Banks.
I agree. You know what? I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna go next. All right, my top three. I ain't gonna hold you. Everybody has good picks. This one's kind of hard, but I'm kind of honestly say I'm gonna pick some from Sands and Malik. Both have some good points, so I'm gonna go with that. Number three, I got Heathcliff. But Heathcliff was a good father. He did raise his kids right and stuff like that. Also, he had a good woman to help him out on that too. Shout out to Felicia Rashad, Claire Huxtable. Number two, I'm gonna say Philip Banks. Like we just mentioned, he was a good father, and he treated Will like he was his own son, and that's alone deserves to be number two. Number one, I agree with Sands. I got James Evans, and James Evans is the type of father that we need in this generation right now. And yeah, James Evans, number one. There you
Wow.
go. There you go.
Yeah.
Damn it, bro.
What you got, Roddy? What you got?
Well, I got something that y'all don't got. I put number three as Flex Washington.
Wait, what?
What?
I don't know. I see he played around a lot, but I think he was also third.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm a little shocked. I'm shocked that you didn't have somebody different. I thought you had somebody else in my mind, but I'm gonna see the rest of your list though, because I'm gonna see because one spot that people left out. But continue, Roddy.
I need
Number
an
two.
explanation of Flex Washington.
I'm a little shocked about that's a shocking choice though. That's actually
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Me either.
Nah. I like the Flex Washington 101. I'm not gonna lie. Number two, I got Carl Winslow.
Oh, that's the person. That's the person that I knew that you were gonna have. Carl Winslow. That's the person.
Left Carl Winslow off my list.
Me too. Me too. I love him. Yeah.
I have several reasons.
What is it? What? Yeah, reason?
Hold on. After Roddy's done, if we got honorable mentions, let's
I definitely got an honorable mention though.
I do too. But continue, Roddy.
Nah, I like to call Winslow as a father. He was stern, but he always tried to do right with the police, and I don't know. He's my number two, and my number one. I agree with all of y'all. Would be Uncle Phil.
All right, so we be in agreement of all Premier Boys saying Uncle Phil is the greatest TV dad.
Definitely the top two. I have Phil for number two for mine.
Yeah, I feel like that's one constant we all got.
Yeah. I think both. I think James and Uncle Phil were like the best. Everybody did have Uncle Phil on their list though. Everybody did have Uncle Phil on their list, whether it was number two or number one. So yeah.
But I'm never copping the Carl Winslow. He's terrible.
You know what? I'll give you an honorable mention right now. That dude, Robert from the Parenthood.
Yeah.
Nigga slept on him.
Oh wow.
Kid, while his other son went to Africa. Even though the kid was trying to flirt with Zaria, you know what I'm saying? Every chance you get, always trying to flirt with Zaria, try to clap her cheeks and shit. It wasn't happening. That would have been gross, because that's kind of your adopted brother, man. Come on now.
Shoot, I got two honorable mentions too. One of them I agree with Sam. Dre is one of them. My second honorable mention is Granddad from the Boondocks.
Oh damn!
Granddad from the Boondocks. Yep. He was a good father figure. I ain't gonna hold you.
He was a good father figure because on a step in, when you got basically both the parents passed away, You got good kids. You took those kids out the hood. You did the best you could do with what you could do. Kids never was hungry, except that couple of episodes after, they fucked up some shit. That was kind of their fault.
The fourth season. Yeah, fourth season. Yeah.
Hold on. I got one honorable mention, but then I'm about to kill Carl. Oh. Oh man, it just left my head. Honorable mention to dang, hold on. Because when you said Robert from the Parenthood, it made me think of somebody. Shoot. Hold on. I'm gonna kill Carl Winslow first. I'm gonna get back to it. Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you got that. You got that. There you go.
Trying to think of my honorable mention. Almost forgot it, but I'm gonna kill Carl Winslow. Carl Winslow was
Let me hear it.
Let's talk about it.
I mean, Carl was okay. I mean, he wasn't the best dad though.
He was a horrendous dad.
Wow.
I'll tell you why.
His dad though,
Okay,
I want to hear this. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we get.
Carl Winslow is a cop in the middle of the hood and didn't believe his son in Chicago got falsely roughed up by white cops.
I remember that.
He literally put the thin blue line over his kids until he damn near seen a kid get beat up and hurt over.
Yeah.
Carl Winslow never checked his daughter for her insane behavior towards the neighbor kid.
Yo, facts. Even though he did try to take him in as his son, bro.
Yeah, he did take Steve as his son, and so yeah.
He didn't. Yeah. No, he didn't. Steve Foster was next door. Steve just liked his daughter, so he's always sniffing around over there, and they kind of like each other. They got real cool. But Steve's father was right next. Dr. Urkel was next door. He even punched his father in the face on one episode.
What?
Wait, what episode was this?
I never saw that.
This must be the X-rated family.
No.
They never mentioned that.
There was an episode where the episode starts off. You see Carl Winslow come in the house, he's drenching something. The whole family say he smells stink. He's like, what happened? He's like, well, I was cleaning up the yard. No, I was getting ready for a grill. And I smelled this stench coming over. I went over to next door to Dr. Urkel. He was doing something with a compost heap.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They talked about it, right?
They talk about
it. I told him it stink. He basically blacked on him. Homie slammed him in the dirt and then he punched him in the face. You're a cop. You're a cop.
Yeah, Carl do not temper though.
You're a cop, Carl. If your son did the same thing, you'd be on his ass. And to make matters worse, here's why I would never put Carl Winslow on a list of the best TV dads, because he had a whole daughter that walked upstairs and never came back down.
No, facts. Yo, I talk about
the daughter man missed it. Yeah, right. The daughter man missed it.
I didn't even. She came back down, right? What happened? What happened?
I ain't even thinking about it.
The next time she came back down them stairs, she was definitely doing porn. Shout out to Jamie Foxworth. Google it if you want.
There's a story out there.
Porn.
And that was his fault. So.
Oh my God!
She was 7 when she went up the stairs.
Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna pose. This is gonna be the question of the day right here.
Another question of the day. I got another question of the day after this too.
Carl Winslow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Frank Mitchell. Who's the worst TV dad?
That was who was my honorable mention. Frank.
Yo, he was.
You
I
mean, Frank was bad. Frank was bad. He couldn't throw the hole. Like, come on, son.
Frank was good until that 4th and 5th, to that 5th and 6th season where he started cheating, and then he let his boy get kidnapped and never did nothing about it.
Boy, brought back his shoe.
Basically.
You know what that means. We from Brooklyn, but you know what that means.
But hold on, you can't blame Frank for that. You gotta blame Dorian for that. That's old Dorian right there. So
and you know why he did that? Because he was hiding the world from his sons, and his son was hiding from the world. On some great shit.
Right, hold on, because you can't blame Dorian without blaming Frank, because Dorian is Frank's illegitimate kid.
Exactly.
But
I'm talking about from the first 4 seasons before any of that happened. Frank was top notch to Miles and Brandon, to Miles and Moesha. Top notch, good husband, bringing home the money, all of that. And then one day he had an extra kid, and it all went to shit.
You're not great, nigga. You're not great.
That's not even the list, but my honorable mention is
not a great dad.
Yo, you know what? Thanks for bringing that up, Says. My next question was who is the worst dad? I know we did cover this before. We covered this before. We got a lot of backlash with some of the answers we had before. But yeah, let's talk about it again.
Nah, Frank Mitchell was the worst dad, bro. Fuck that. He let his son get kidnapped, bro. And they brought back his fucking shoe. All he did was dance, bro. You know he ain't got no leg, bro. They gonna walk around and call him Nubby if they get him back. Spoiler alert, they never get him back. The show is canceled. That's literally how the show ended. Matter of fact, that's literally how the show ended. And Shmoy ended up getting pregnant.
That's fact, yeah.
Happy Father's Day.
It's all bad.
Yeah, because you're definitely she was definitely pregnant in real life too. So around that time. So yeah. My pick. I said this pick before, but I'm gonna say it again. Kanan Stark, yo. Come on, you're the worst dad. You kill your son. Enough said.
That wasn't his son. That was Ghost's son.
Oh wow.
Freak is his son, bro. You know how that goes.
Gee.
Yeah, Kanan Stark is my worst dad, son. You kill your son.
He did kill his son, though, unfortunately. Right? He did kill his son.
That's sad, That's sad.
There's a toss-up between Kanan and Frank because Frank got his son kidnapped and killed. Kanan just killed his son.
That's worse.
That's worse, though.
I know it's worse. But, bro, you know your son got kidnapped and you did nothing to get him back.
He did not know. Dorian, no, he didn't know that dog got kidnapped.
Exactly. How you his father? You don't know where his son at. Bad father. Boom. Fuck out of here. Yo, bad father.
Mali and Roddy, who y'all got, man? Who y'all got for this?
I was gonna say Lucius Lyon because he drew his son in the dumpster. He got his son's girlfriend pregnant. So
that's another one.
That's not for his girlfriend.
Lucius was bad. We said Lucius the last time too. Lucius another one that was terrible. But Lucius did redeem himself though. So I mean, I ain't gonna hold you.
Lucius was a bad father. He wasn't bad as Carl Winslow. And that's even with getting his son.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Now Lucius would be on the list of the worst husbands of all time.
That is a trash new husband.
Oh
that's a trash ass husband.
Yeah. He was a terrible husband. Now that I agree with. He was a terrible husband.
But Ghost was the worst husband though.
Yeah, Ghost
he was the worst.
He told his wife that the love of his life is gone, bro.
He lost the love of his life. Wow.
Word, yo. Yeah,
like imagine me telling Bay some dumb shit like that, bro. The love of my life is gone. Like what?
He looked his wife dead in her face and said, "The love him, have some sympathy for me." He didn't even say just that. He said, "Have some sympathy for me. The love of my life just died." Looking his wife, the mother of his 2 children, in the face to say that. He deserved Tariq.
Well, 2 now, Raina dead. Shit.
You were.
Oh yeah, that also makes him bad. He got a whole kid killed.
Nah, fact. No, honestly,
that wasn't on him.
That was Tariq.
That wasn't on Ghost.
That's Tariq, yo. That's Tariq.
That was Tariq's body, unfortunately.
That's Tariq, yeah.
If we could down talk Frank Mitchell because his kid got kidnapped, we can down talk.
I I said Dorian got malkidnapped. I never said Frank. I didn't say Frank. I said Dorian got
Sans was saying
malkidnapped.
Frank.
No,
Sans
Frank.
was
I
saying
think Frank was a bad father because how you don't know where your kid at least go see where your kid was at school. You know what I'm saying? At least go see where your
Do
kid
you know
was
where
at
your
school.
children are? Frank said no.
Frank was like,
Hey,
no, to the West Coast. They're like, I'm trying to sell some Saturns. Niggas don't even make Saturns no more.
But yo. So you know what? I'm gonna ask you some more TV fathers, and we gonna judge what do you think about them. How y'all think about Pops, Rain Brothers as a father?
Classic father.
I agree, classic father as well.
He's a fun father from the hood, but he got a little bit more. He taught his kids he got a little business. It's a little rickety business, but it's a business, and that's the thing he put into his kids' mind. So guess what his kids was doing? Trying to build businesses. I love Pops as a father. He wasn't like being a good father don't mean you got to be the perfect nigga or have the perfect idea. It means you just got to do what's in the best interest of your kids and your family at all times. And he do.
He did.
He did. Facts.
I mean, he didn't stop selling bad meat and stuff, but
yeah. And then white
that's
shoes.
not bad father, and that's bad businessman.
Father's Day.
That's bad style, but not bad father.
Father's Day.
Yo, all right, what about I'm gonna be funny with this one. What about Peter Griffin as a father?
He's a good father to all the kids except Meg.
That means he's
He
a bad
barely
father.
a good kid of story.
No, he's a bad father.
He's a bad father.
Yeah.
But
is a
there's
lovably
defense
stupid
though, he's on a
good
spectrum.
Huh?
He is. He's super on the spectrum. Remember he fried up his wife on that episode they found?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah. All right.
Peter Griffin is a obviously bad father versus Homer Simpson's I'm stupid but I still love my kids.
Yeah, I think
I'm stupid but I still love my family versus I'm a jackass and I only care about myself most of the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say something after this.
Hold on, I agree. I'm gonna say I'm agreeing. I think Homer's a better father than Peter.
Homer's definitely is.
Homer's definitely a better father than Peter. I agree with that.
1000%.
All right, Roddy, what you gotta say, yo? You got
Yo,
anything
what?
to add to this?
Yeah, I was saying I was watching Watch Mojo and they did this.
Oh wow.
And the people who they had at number one was the cartoon dad, was the cartoon parents.
Who was that?
Timmy Turner parents.
Oh boy.
If we are talking about cartoons, then yeah, Timmy Turner parents are trash to an extent because they know Vicky wasn't shit and they kept leaving her.
Hold on. Was this for the best?
No, the one time they found they were too stupid to know Vicky wasn't shit.
Okay.
Listen, they were too stupid to know Vicky wasn't shit.
So you know what?
But they had all the clues out there. But yeah, you said it was stupid.
Yeah.
But the episode they found out. Hold on. The episode they found out Vicky was bad. They fired her on the spot and they apologized to Timmy. But Timmy did something and he had to unwish all of that. So he had to go back to status quo because of course cartoon. So I'll give them that. They just too stupid to know that their kid was being abused. Still makes them bad.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I got a couple.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
I got
my bad.
Stew pickles. Wait, see why you saying it's stew pickles?
Stew?
Oh, is it Stew Pickles from
Rugrats? Good father.
Oh, for Rugrats.
She said Stew Pickles was one of the best fathers. Now, I wasn't personally talking about white people, but I do fuck with Stew Pickles.
Stew Pickles is alright.
Yeah, he's alright. Yeah, he's alright.
He's alright.
He good for I put him in the good father list. I put him in the good father side.
Hey, hold on, Shorty was telling me the rundown of how Stew Pickles is the man, and I fucked with the rundown, especially because when we met Stew Pickles, he was on his first freaking kid, and he on multiple occasions he put it all on the line for them kids, and he was an entrepreneur, and we seeing all grown up that shit was at least working out. They still got the house and stuff.
Back. You know.
Yeah,
he had something popping on.
Yeah, no, I'll say I got to pick you on the good list. I got him on the good list. But
he's wild.
I probably put Drew on the bad list. His kid is an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, that's on Angelica father, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's that.
Well, to be fair, like the mom always on like the mom was always on like company time. You feel me? So she never had the time to really raise her daughter. You know what I'm saying? And it's important for like parents to be in a family's life, but like the mother especially, it takes two. So Drew was kind of single father in that shit for a little bit.
He wasn't doing that much single father because he was leaving. My also was Angelica over at student her name student.
Wait, speak up, bro.
Yeah, speak up, Molly.
I said he wasn't doing that much fathering. How often was Angelica over at Stu and Didi house? How many
bro, they
times Tommy went
family,
over
bro.
there to
You
chill?
right, bro. They
That's
family.
a
How many?
family though.
How many?
That is
times
family though.
Tommy
That
went over
family
there to
though.
chill?
Ain't like he leave out a stranger. That's his bro.
How
That's
many
right.
times? Why y'all not hearing me though? How many times Tommy went over to their house to chill?
They say that again.
How many times did Tommy go over Drew and Charlotte house?
A couple times. Then they go like at least 2-3 times per season.
Versus no.
Nah,
There's two
not per season.
episodes over at Drew and Charlotte's house. The whole show basically takes place at Stu and Didi's house. They always leaving that girl over there because they never had no time left because they both professional. And that's why she nasty to everybody. Because they do the thing where like instead of raising them, they just give them the stuff they want.
Yo, Nick Cannon heard that and said you were spitting. Father's Day.
Wow.
All right. So we're
the
going
most aggressive father in these days.
Stupid. Oh god. All right, so we're gonna dive into the prequel, and then we're gonna go to the main event topic. So we got two news for the prequel. First news we got for the prequel is All American Homecoming got renewed for season 3. About time, CW. How y'all feel about this?
Keep it going. More All American. To be fair, I haven't watched the show, but I heard good things about it. But keep it up.
And what about you, Roddy and Mally? Y'all watch the Homecoming, the spinoff series of All American, not All Americans.
I fell off on Homecoming, but from what I've seen, is a good show. So yeah, let's keep it up.
All right, but so the thing about this show now is that CW they're doing budget cuts. So a lot of the main cast is not going to be in the main cast for next season.
What?
Yeah. Because apparently this show and another show that got renewed, Superman Lois got expensive. So they cut in casters and they cut episodes, shorter episodes and stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah, a lot going on with CW, like I mentioned last episode. So yeah, And the last topic for the prequel is no hip hop album or song with #1 on the Billboard chart this year. How do y'all feel about that?
People got to start putting out better bodies of work and not just putting out 30-track albums just to get streams. I think that's the issue with like hip hop and R&B right now. A lot of this stuff, it just like it's just marketed. There's nothing like really that people are actually like buying, so much. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was like Drake or Bad Bunny. You know what I'm saying?
Bad Bunny.
Like if it ain't Bad Bunny or Drake or The
Weeknd,
niggas ain't really fucking with it.
I think it counts as Latin music. As Latin.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm saying like you got artists that came out with some like great albums that that didn't hit #1. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna hold you, son. Not a lot of people went #1 this year, though. Not a lot of people, son. Like only album that went #1 for a couple of weeks was SOS. SZA. She had an amazing year for this year, and last year, this year as well. Taylor Swift, of course, for like 1 week. This dude named Morgan Wallace. He went #1. Some dude named Morgan Wallace. I had no as a country.
He does country.
Oh,
he does country. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
I don't do country either. I don't do news. I don't do country either. But yeah, but this dude been #1 for a minute. And he do #1 today for both songs and albums, son.
Yeah, he fired. He got some good stuff. I'm not a fan of country, but he got some good stuff.
Listen, I need everybody to know that the music in America works just like the politics in America. Remember how we got 8 years of Obama? and then immediately got the most obviously like racially motivated, monetarily motivated in just somebody who couldn't really do the job, but he was just saying the right thing, and he was the right color. Music works that way too. For a while, hip hop will dominate, then you can't buy a chart for a while. Some random country artist or country group that emerged out of the Bible Belt somewhere will take over these charts for a entire year. I think we just did it up for a year.
That's a
fact. That's a fact. And yeah, I mean, I don't even know. I mean, this haven't been that. Whatever. I don't.
It hasn't been that great a year. We can admit that. I don't even know the hot songs that came out. Well, all my life, I didn't like that except for the J. Cole thing. What Johnny is really good.
J. Cole was the only thing that's going to be J. Cole. J. Cole was the only good part of all that song.
That's the problem too, Jake. The song ain't good if you stop listening to it after the J. Cole verse.
Yeah.
That's tough.
You hear what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. What's the last Lil Baby song y'all like?
I don't like Lil Baby at all.
Is the devil.
Well, that's J. Cole.
That's a J. Cole song.
That's J. Cole song.
Featuring
Lil Baby, but that's still a J. Cole song. That's mainly a J. Cole song.
That's all I got for y'all. Look, that's all I got for y'all. Yes, indeed.
Look.
I mean, the song. I mean, only song I liked it was he had with Lil Baby had a song with freaking Kirk Franklin off that Space Jam 2 soundtrack. I liked that song.
Oh, that song was actually fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I liked that
not
song.
As bad as it makes him seem. He's just inconsistent at being great.
To be fair, Lil Baby's on the spectrum as well, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
What I feel like hip hop needs. What I feel like hip hop needs somebody veteran to come back and make a big splash.
But that's
a veteran artist.
With modern day hip hop, they don't respect old school stuff. They don't respect it if your artist, if like you haven't been basically nowadays, if you're chingy and you trying to make a comeback, it's not happening. You understand what I'm saying?
It happened for Nas.
Yeah.
Nah, he did make like a fire comeback in the past 5 years. Like every album was fire.
Yeah, the last three King Diseases, yo. Dope albums.
King Diseases. Like he had great albums that people don't jack. Like that's the problem. But that's what I'm saying. Nas is big enough an artist that his old following could pump his stuff, and then he could jump on with a few new people like he did with Fabio Foreign. He brought the Burn back. He started hanging out with the new people, and that's what really got him back in motion with the new people.
Yo,
if he would have just did what he did and tried to come by himself, nobody was jacking Nas. That's why nobody was really listening to the Nas album, the one he had on with Kanye back a couple years
ago.
I remember that.
The 7-track one, yeah.
But the fact that the production was like mid as fuck, especially coming from Kanye standards.
I agree, yeah. It could have been better.
I love
could have been better.
Cops got the kid.
That was my favorite song. That was my favorite song off that project. But I think the project as a whole, that could have been better. Honestly, my last favorite hip hop album that I did heard was Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Mr. Morale.
Yeah, Mr. Morale. Yeah. That was the last best hip hop album I heard. I think I told you.
That's wifey approved.
And the thing is like people like Drake and them, they're trying to blend the stuff so they're not coming back as hip hop since you had that album last year though. Honestly, never mind.
That was a house album for sure.
Yeah, come on, Drake you already know Drake is a musexual. Not surprising, Drake is a musexual, son.
So who knows what he's gonna come out with this year?
He'll come up with a reggae album, son. He'll come up with a reggae
Afrobeat.
Afrobeat.
He was already.
He really did.
The whole Afrobeat album.
Views.
Yeah, kind of views and views and that trash one that he had before views.
More like
it wasn't the whole album.
I'm
sorry. I heard that. I was like, I heard enough.
Yo, that album had like 27 songs, and half of them were trash. Yo, like really? Oh my god, that album was terrible.
There was a song named Blem.
It was a song named Blem.
It was never gonna be good.
I'm dead.
And then he put his old ass father up there talking about more life. That was your cover of the album.
So we ain't got
That's all
nobody
I'm
on the
saying.
back to save hip hop right now, y'all.
It's a possible. I don't know. I think I heard Drake is coming back with an album though. I heard. Oh God.
Cause these new rappers ain't got it
at all. I mean, especially because it's 50 years of hip hop, man. We expect.
Nah, because like Sam said, everybody's rapping to sell the album now. It got to the point where rap people got in this scam of rap where they know they can rap a certain way. So like I right now could drop an album saying certain things on a certain beat or whatever, or drop a tape. If I push it, put it on the right TikTok or whatever, it becomes the thing.
That
Yo,
is
It's good. It just matters if it sounds like the thing.
That is fast. So.
Yo, my guy 3 Stacks, man. He said something about why he didn't come back to hip hop. Yeah, do anybody want to leave his quote that he said? Hold on, let me find it. Never mind, I got it. So Andre 3 Stacks, Andre 3 Stacks said a message of hip hop saying, hip hop don't have no fresh energy. None of all is all money driven. Everybody trying to make that check. Nobody putting the art in their albums anymore.
Yes,
do y'all agree with that quote?
I agree.
1000% agree. When the last full-fledged actual albums we heard come from the usual suspects? Your J. Cole, your Kendricks, your You know, if you know you can think of them. You know who makes good albums? Jay-Z. Yeah.
Jay-Z,
you know
J.
who makes
Cole.
good album.
Yeah.
And you know who's here for their couple singles and they out.
Yeah,
you know,
basically.
Glorilla, Cardi B. Even Cardi B looked like she tried a little bit, but then, you know.
No, she did not. No, she did not. Don't do that.
Invasion of Privacy was better than it was supposed to be.
It was, though.
Oh, gosh.
To be fair, it was.
I mean,
Ken's gonna front on this. This is the problem.
No.
I'm glad we're talking about it.
Hold on. I didn't let you finish. I mean, she got a couple songs on there, but
all I'm saying is it was better than it's supposed to be. I'm not saying it was Illmatic. I'm saying it was better than it was supposed to be.
And apparently, goddamn Bill, what's it? Rolling Stone had the nerve to put privately, brother, her album in front of Illmatic, in front of Reasonable Doubt, and what other crap. Yeah, I'm still upset about that. That top 200 charts by Rolling Stone bitch ass.
Why are you so mad at Rolling Stone behind that though? Like, what is the beef?
Got beef.
How y'all got that Cardi B album?
It was top 200 debut albums, or
it was two
all time.
All time.
Nah,
Cardi B with number 16. They had Illmatic. It had Illmatic at number 20 something. Reasonable Doubt at 20 over. They had Tupac at 20 something. Cardi B was before all of them. Cardi B was before Lauryn Hill. Like
great. Make me wake up my child. Wait.
I'm just, if I can find this list again.
Ken, send me the link. I'm sharing the screen.
I gotta find it again.
Before we get really deep into this, I do want to get my 2 points on this, and I'm gonna let you have it. While I don't agree with the standings, I understand.
What the fuck? Of course
I need to know
what
basis.
I'm gonna preface my statement by saying I don't agree with this. I don't agree with her being that high. She should have been like number 100 something, to be fair.
Yeah, way low. I agree with that. She should have been way low.
But I understand why. You think about this, right? Your
first thing you pull up.
Popularity contest bullshit?
Not even that. You think about this, right? What's your current demographic for listening to music? Niggas that's 25 to 34, right? We're in 2023. None of these niggas know Tupac or Biggie.
Yo, hold on, Molly, pull up.
But they know Cardi B though. Pull up Cardi B though.
Pull up the number 16.
We know it.
16, Molly. Pull up the number 16, son. Nah, this time they got me rounded up now, son.
Damn, bro.
Come on,
this is definitely a side mission.
This is going to be a Juneteenth episode. We're talking about Cardi B on a Juneteenth episode. You know they claim black. Get out of here, man.
Yo, you are really upset about this. Like,
I am upset about this, man.
He's upset.
Like, for real. Like, we get into the Father's Day section real quick. We don't have to do this.
I need one of your Mr. Gentleman quotes of the day to be "fuck Cardi B" because that's where you are right now.
You like on some
don't do that.
type timing right now, like man said.
I want you to understand that those
Yeah.
those are the viewpoints of Ken and doesn't necessarily reflect the viewpoints of the Premier Boys brand as a whole.
I'll calm down. Oh yeah, by the way, fuck Cardi B. This is this week with the gentleman fact quote of the day. Chill.
There you go. They got Invasion of Privacy
Disgusting, man. Disgusting.
as better than Yeezus.
Keep going.
Mad Villainy. Hardcore by Little Kim.
Keep
And I would
going.
say how does talk better than hardcore. So.
Keep going.
And Future's DS2.
No, I don't care about that. Keep going.
I ain't gonna hold you. That got me kind of pissed
Why
off.
is Future's DS2 number 20?
DMX, keep going. Keep going.
March Madness.
DMX should be around here with It's Dark and Hell is Hot. That was an amazing album.
Keep going.
Little UGK Love. I don't have Illmatic was definitely better than you than Illmatic should have been in the top 5. It was the greatest hip hop debut of all time.
Oh man.
Marshall Mathers
Keep going.
should have been higher than that.
Keep going.
Should have been higher.
Keep going. I told you, y'all think I was tripping.
Okay.
Y'all thought I was tripping, son. Y'all thought, come on, I better than y'all thought I was tripping, son. Y'all thought I was tripping, son.
Ironically, I might have put my
I'm gonna let
right
Shaq
in this
cook.
spot
I'm gonna let Shaq cook, and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna let Shaq cook.
What?
Crazy.
Tupac 29.
Y'all thought I
I'm gonna
was
let Shaq cook.
Y'all thought I was tripping, son. Y'all thought I was tripping.
I need to see how they judge this. I'm not gonna lie. I need an explanation.
I'm gonna save the time. I got one.
No funny. We talked about this last season. I think Mally wasn't here this episode. I don't think Mally was here when we talk about this. But yeah, I'm mad that we brought this back up.
I'm gonna give you a quick. I'm gonna tell you why.
Who is this?
What is this?
I have no idea.
I had no idea, son.
All right, so real quick, I'm gonna give you a reason why, right? Y'all just named some real classic albums, right? Ken's having a whole fucking fit over there, all right, behind this shit, and I get it, right? I'm gonna say this again. I don't agree with this list, but I understand, right? Niggas was reading Rolling Stone. They're trying to.
Whoa.
Yo, that's crazy.
What do you feel now, Sam?
I feel now, man.
Look at this shit, bro.
What is that? Yo, I'm walking out. Yo, fuck. Get out of here.
That is funny. No, I'm in a good mood now.
I'm gonna be like, Jeremy, get me out of this chat.
Nope. I'm about to read the
Nah,
headline.
you ain't gonna read this shit, bro. Put
Pro
your
native Cameron is
I'm
one
showing
of East
you,
Coast
bro.
hip hop's
You
greatest
guys
outliers.
false state questions.
Gangster swagger cut with a druggy
Yo,
surrealism.
wow.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh shoot. Oh my god.
Anybody listening on audio, this Purple Haze was 170. What?
Yes.
That's disrespectful. They even saw Kanye wrong. Look at this shit. Who wrote this? What is this?
Maybe
What
a
is
12
this?
year,
Look.
maybe a millennial.
I know y'all see that shit. Let's not act like y'all don't see this shit.
What Kanye said? He said,
No,
my name Kanye,
check
but
out
some
the
of my plaques, they still
Impossible
say Kane.
Oh, no, this is Kanye. This is spelled Kanye wrong, though.
Who wrote this? What is this?
Oh shoot, yo. Oh my god. Yo, I'm okay. I had a little note there, but I'm better now. So that made me laugh. Son.
Can't need a whole Snickers. Let's get to it.
Look what was better than it.
Mac Miller. Oh wow.
But here's my thing though. They trying to reach up to like teens and 20-year-olds with this one, right? So they gotta pick Cardi B up in the top 20 to make it look like they're the hip young, you know what I'm saying? Like the hip young magazine company.
So Flo Millie's whole why is you here is better than Purple Haze.
They don't need to do that.
They're smoking crack. I'm not saying they wasn't smoking crack. They're definitely smoking crack.
They've been around forever. They don't need to do that.
Hold on, Molly. Who's in the top? I came up. Who in the top 10? Who in the top? I came up. Who in the top 10?
We're gonna go back to the top 10.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Because like the end of the list is just shit I've never heard of ever.
Ever in life.
Well, Purple Haze is down there. What is this?
Ooh, okay.
Okay,
That's a good choice.
Yeah,
It's a rich clientele. Okay.
That's a
All
good
right,
choice.
let's get to.
yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
Okay.
All
Check that out.
All right, let's get to
it.
number
Fair.
10.
Oh, damn it.
All right, 10.
Miseducation, Lauryn Hill. I don't hate that as a number 10 spot because
I
at
don't
least
either.
it shows that you care about the music that's being played in the thing. This is a great album. It's a good
I'm
album.
sorry.
That's a great
This
album.
one album carried Lauryn Hill's entire career, bro. Number
That's
10.
a fact. That's a fact.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Nope.
That's a fact.
There's 2 albums that carried Lauryn Hill's entire career.
Oh,
That's
he-
the
he-
score and this.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
She made 2 classic albums and just decided she could never show up on time for anything else.
Bro, the audacity.
Oh, shoot.
I mean,
Oh, shoot.
ooh,
What number 9?
number 9.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Tribe
Yeah.
Called
Quest, the Low End Theory.
Oh, yeah. That's the album they got.
Relax yourself.
They got award shows. That's the album they got award shows for it.
No, the album that has Award Tour on it is named Award Tour.
Oh. My bad. Damn. I'm trying to get back to it. So I can try to get back to it. So.
The
Okay.
Wu-Tang number 8.
Yeah, it's definitely, yeah.
Enter the Wu-Tang, 36.
Oh, yeah, that's
Things.
definitely. Oh, that's definitely, yeah. Yeah, that's a good choice. That's a good
Gotta
choice.
love this. The album that brought us the Wu.
Method
Missy
Man.
Elliott.
Oh, yeah. That's
I
how get
don't
you.
know if I would have put this in the top 10 spot.
That's how get you freak.
I
on
love
that,
Missy
right?
Elliott.
This is definitely a
This-
top 20 album, though. Potentially.
The album,
Definitely. This is a great album. Not better
I didn't hear
than,
this is the
not
album.
better than Paid in Full.
Oh,
You're
wait,
not
It's
singing
not.
Missy Elliott's
Nah,
Missy so
nah,
big.
nah.
It wasn't even. It's
Well,
not.
It is better than Invasion of Privacy, though, I will say.
way better than that.
It is better
Way
than
better than that.
Invasion of Privacy.
Way better than that. You guys,
Because they got that shit at 16 and Purple Haze at 174, which is wild. But all right, whatever.
I ain't gonna hold you. Pepper Hayes is better than Invasion of Privacy, son.
It is.
You think?
I keep that
I think you think everything is better than Invasion of Privacy.
Just about. Just about.
It is true.
I'm crying.
Oh, this is
Kanye
deserved.
West.
Well deserved.
Facts.
Back.
Now, see, this is a choice. While maybe I wouldn't share it, I'd be like, you're entitled to your opinion because you obviously know good music. Number 6 is Kanye West's "My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy."
Let's go.
That's like his last great out. This is his last great college album, like college dropout album.
Yeah.
That would have ended like the trilogy after Good Ass Job.
Yeah, Yep. That's a fact. That's a fact. And then they do AOA is Heartbreak. Yep, that's a fact.
It was so good. It
Two
was
Pepper
really
Butterfly
so
too.
good.
Two Pepper Butterfly. Yep. Okay.
And the funny thing is, he didn't even like it. Number 5's To Pimp a Butterfly. I feel like people overjack To Pimp a Butterfly. Yeah, I said it.
No, this was a good album though. This was a good
No,
album.
I'm not saying it was a bad album. I feel like
But
number 5 is a little high.
But not for number 5. I agree with that. Not number 5.
That's a little high. It's a good.
Not-
I feel
not
like
number
people
5.
people took like the song "All Right." They made it into a civil rights song. And when
Yeah.
I first heard it, I was like, okay, there's nothing about civil rights at all here.
Oh.
Guy's life is iffy.
Oh yeah. Fun fact. Pharrell.
Nah, they just wanted people to be all right. That's all.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Right. I don't want to be all right. I want to be great. I want to be good.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun fact. Pharrell produced that song. I didn't even know that.
Probably
Huh?
because Pharrell don't do nothing but
Pharrell produced
Pharrell
it.
don't know how to
Pharrell.
produce nothing but hits.
I didn't know. I didn't know that. I found out that recently. He
Number
produced
4,
that.
Public Enemy. It takes a nation of millions to hold us back.
I need that-
Honestly,
is that Fight the
anything
Power?
with Flavor Flav on the cover of it, I don't know if the whole album's going to hold together in to hold a hot spot like this. Switch
I don't
Up
know why it's
is
so
amazing.
high, right?
Yo,
Is it
hold on.
the album? Is it the album that got Fight the Power? It is, right?
I thought that album was named Fight the Power.
I thought
Oh, damn. You got that again?
I'm tired, son.
Yo, sidebar, real
Voila.
quick. Sidebar on the sidebar, right? Why does Raquel Rodriguez always want to show her back?
He thinks it's awesome.
All she does is just show her back and smile. She didn't do not nearly none of this in her old NXT days.
Yep. It
No,
is,
she was amazing in all that NXT. When she came up here, she was just smiling. Like,
Yeah.
big. It was like it got creepy. Like you're a 6 foot
It's weird now, bro.
Spanish woman with a big ass back. That
Why your
smile
back
is
so
going
big?
to scare me. Let me see.
That's creepy.
Nope.
No, make sure y'all like the podcast. We really
Fight the
doing
Power
like
was on the album. Hold on. Fight the Power was on an album called Fear of a Black Planet.
Oh,
so no, this is not the album with Fight the Power on it.
Oh dang! Oh, wow, I don't remember this.
I didn't even know the song on this.
Me either.
Ugh. And I count myself as a musicologist, and I'm just like, this album was not good enough to be top 10.
What? The Blueprint was not good. Top 10.
Wait.
No. The last one.
Oh,
the Blueprint.
Okay.
Oh, I'm about to say you smoking crack.
No, I agree. Pumpy, yeah, the album should not have been top 10.
Blueprint was a classic album. It's definitely a top 10 album, not a top 5. Definitely a top 10.
Well, what's number 2 and 1 though? I'm
what do you feel is your best?
Thankonia.
Oh yeah.
I disagree.
That's the fight.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this being in the choice range, but
not sure about number 2 though. Not sure about.
I would say if you were to make like the top 10 albums from the South, yeah.
I don't even know if it's their best album.
Yeah,
no, of course not. Is their best album.
Mitch Jackson, B.O.B. This album got Mitch Jackson, B.O.B.
Bombs over
Fresh So Clean.
Fresh So Clean. This is an amazing album.
As a whole.
It's like their third best album.
Third best album.
I'm saying,
well,
who you got? Speakerbox, Love Below, and what else?
Oh yeah,
Speakerbox, Love Below, Aquemini, then this.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. Yeah,
they put Aquemini on 27.
Yeah, that's
Rolling Stone is smoking crack. I think we all agree. They also picked Cardi B over Purple Haze on the same list. So listen, just saying.
Got a point. I don't know. They like the Ring a lot, apparently.
So you know what, yo? So you know what?
The number 1 album.
Ready to Die.
Notorious B.I.G.'s Ready to Die.
This makes sense. Makes sense.
Maddie, wait, did you spoke about this album last week, or you was
talking about Life After Death, right?
Oh, that was Life After Death.
Life After Death was the better of the two for me. I like the rest.
I like the Life After Death better too. Actually, I liked that one better.
Shorty likes Ready to Die.
But seriously, I'm gonna say this now, yo. I'm gonna invite y'all, all 3 of y'all, to the next episode of Conversation About Music, where we're gonna talk about hip hop and samples.
Oh, okay.
Please tell me when, and I will do my very best.
Let's get it.
I want to have that conversation.
Yeah, I'm about to make a list.
Yeah, because this conversation started over on Star Time. Star Time.
Yeah,
we're gonna bring it, but we're gonna conclude it on with the Gentleman Like the Pocket presents a Conversation About Music podcast. Because it's 50-year hip hop. We got to talk about hip hop. We're gonna talk about samples. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. This is a little sidebar real quick, but yeah. But let's get to the main topic, y'all. And y'all know recently, Sands, you just got married recently. Life changing experience. Molly just became a father. Me and Roddy do try to figure that out. So let's talk about our life experiences. Like how y'all feel about those life changing experiences?
Life is fun, right? When you do it with somebody that makes it fun, makes it that much more enjoyable and more fun, right?
You could have stopped that sentence early, and it's still been true.
I said that. I said that before.
No. I said you could have stopped it. You could have stopped that phrase, a sentence earlier. It's still been true. You would have said, "Life is fun when you do it with somebody."
Yeah. I
meant to make a sex joke there. It went over my head when I said it like that. It was too.
It takes two. I mean, you could do it by yourself, but it's better when you do it with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It get a little lonely if you do it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what you were trying to do. That's what it was. That was it.
Yo, Sands, tell us about your wedding day, yo. Like how you was feeling and everything. Like let the audience know. You never spoke about it. Your foot,
Yeah, I don't really talk about it too much. You know what I'm saying? I always have to be out here talking shit. The day itself, I ain't gonna hold you. Like a nigga was nervous because of how I wasn't nervous about like the who. Like that was the one thing that I was like really sure about. my biggest uncertainty was like, all right, who's pulling up? You know, are things are gonna go right? You know what I'm saying? The guys never did rehearsal, so they don't know how they walking and doing shit. It's gonna look weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's a lot. You know, are we gonna get there on time? You know what I'm saying? Is my mom's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like awesome stuff. If we get there late, damn, the party was semi lit last night. You know what I'm saying? Like all those things was running from my mind. You know what I'm saying? And I was writing a letter. I wrote a letter to Bay, and it really was the realest letter I ever wrote, honestly, because and it's real. It's the realest letter I ever wrote because what it is just a lot of people don't know the letter was part of the vows, and I was really looking at the situation as a whole. Like, you know, a lot of people don't know tomorrow, in a couple hours, really, is about to be like 6 years we've been together and shit. So, you know, it's a long time. So she went through a lot of the shit that. I mean,
that's a happy anniversary there.
Yeah, happy anniversary, son.
Thank you. Definitely appreciate it. They appreciate it too. Yeah, man, it's a lot. So we get there, you know, everybody's taking pictures, we're taking flicks. A lot of flicks I see like on IG and everything like that. We get to like the walkthrough, and the walkthrough is kind of like if you watch wrestling or whatever, you know about the gorilla position. And the gorilla position is basically that little space before you reach the curtain, before you go out to the crowd, you go out to the ring. And we looked at that, and we were sitting there, we looked at the altar from afar, and Mally, you came to me and you told me like, yo, you were 20 minutes away from forever. And I'm like, shit. You know what I'm saying? That really set it in motion. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, you know, we're all here. It's not like, oh, I need us back out and run out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that. Like, we're here. You know what I'm saying? It's happening. So it's just a matter of like, all right, bet we're gonna do this. This is happening. We're gonna do it. My mom's come. I'm like, bruh, like, you know, I'm worrying because, you know, my dad got there a little on the late side or whatever, but I didn't see him, so I was a little worried. He would like miss it because, you know, it's gonna be quick, you know. We come both, you know, we walk down, the team walked down, and shout out to the team too. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, like, you know, I'm breaking the fourth wall already, so we're gonna keep it going.
Yeah, you already know how we do, man. We break fourth wall.
Yeah, man. Like, you know, like there was always some hiccups and everything like that. You know, there was issues and everything like that. But throughout all of the bullshit, you know, you guys was really able to get it like together, you know? And that's something I could definitely appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? That's something I could definitely appreciate.
That was awesome, man.
You ain't no man.
Big coming down, you know what I'm saying? Like looking beautiful as ever. You know, her vow. I always say her vows is better than mine. You know, because you know when she read them, was like she looked at me like like she's not looking at me like as somebody as a protector or a provider as we should, you know. But more importantly, she's looking at me like as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like as her person, you know, and that meant a lot to me. You know, it still does. So, you know, we said our I do's and everything. And in that moment, I was like, sure. I was sure about, you know, I was sure about everything all about not just like the marriage and everything, but everything in general. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that happened in the 6 years, all the ups and downs, changes and turnarounds, you know? Like that was like, this was the best decision. Besides moving up here, this is the best decision I ever made, you know?
So, because I'm saying,
Let's go.
I got a question to ask you, Sam.
Oh yeah, I'm done. The music was like trash because they ain't playing on. In Serato. That nigga was trash. He was gonna get his ass beat as soon as he left the place. I ain't gonna hold you.
So before I ask Molly about his question, my question for you, Sam, is how do you know that you found the one? Like how you knew that, you know, your wifey baby was the one? How you knew that?
You don't.
I'm gonna take notes.
You don't know. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like there's no pamphlet. You know, I don't be like, here's step one. First, you do no, nigga. Like you really don't know because there's a lot of times we say, "Oh, we were with a chick, right?" And we're like, "Yo, she gonna be the one," and come to find out she's for everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we kind of get it fucked up, and a lot of it comes down to us focusing on just like on the looks and everything. You know what I'm saying? We focus on just like, oh, she thick. You feel me? Now to be fair, my shorty thick, but I'm not just looking at just that. You feel me? Like she does a lot that makes my whole operation move a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? You got to find somebody really that like you more than you have to like them. I'm gonna explain. It sounds weird, but
It sounds weird. I was going to ask for that elaboration.
it sounds weird. I know it fucked me up too when I heard it, but it makes sense. So you know how as dudes, right? We always try to chase, and we try to get the girl to like us. Oh, you gotta like me because here's my whip, or you gotta like me because I get money, or you gotta like me because I'm da da da. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right? We do all these things. We go all over. We do all these shoots and ladders and shit to try to get a lady to like us. And you know what I'm saying? And you don't even know, even if you like her. You know what I'm saying? You doing all this, you don't even know, like you like her, but you don't even know you doing all this shit, right? And then she don't even like you no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Because you just not her cup of tea, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So what I say that because so when I say, oh, you gotta have her like you more than you like her, I say that in a sense of when she likes you, you don't really have to peacock your shit. You don't gotta chase her. You don't have to sit there and do extravagant shit just to get her to like you. You're already halfway there. She already likes you. You know what I'm saying? So now, what do you do with that time where you were going to chase her? I don't know. Chase your purpose, build your future, do the shit that you would have did. Do the shit that you would have did when you thought you didn't have time. Because all the things you're doing, all of the stuff that you're doing, you're building your future, you're building your purpose, you're doing all of this. She's going to be right there because she likes you. If she likes you, she's right there behind you, supporting you, building you up, giving you ideas, letting you know, babe, this looks right. Babe, that don't look right. You should try this. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there lets you know if she's the one, because as you're getting up, she's not just waiting for you at the finish line. She's at the 12th mile giving you the water. Talking about here, let me nourish you.
Hold on. Ken, you know how you be making the little marketing things for this, making TikToks? That part right there.
Because dead ass, let me tell you, you got a lot of these ladies out here that will wait for your ass at the finish line, trying to sit there and get to it. You feel me? But none of these, and respectfully, none of these hoes are trying to hand you the water at mile fucking 5 when your asthma start acting up and it's a little cold and shit. And the air is just a little thin. And you got about 13 miles to go. Right? And here comes your chick at mile 7 with another bottle of water. Mile 13, another bottle of water, and then cheering you at the finish line. Would you rather that than just having a chick come to you talking about the finish line, talking about, I always believed in you? Delusional.
Oh, so
Find a woman that like you for you. Everything else will fall into place. That's how you know it's for the one. When you're doing shit and then she's there behind you, like, hey, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Bring peace. You know how hard it is to obtain peace as a man?
Yeah.
As a father?
Think about even what I said earlier. Like, if you really a man and you're a leader, leadership is taking responsibility for everything, even the shit that's not your fault. Things are your responsibility that you have nothing to do with sometimes. if you can find peace amongst that, you're amazing.
I've been a lot, and you know, a crazy thing about me, right quick, and y'all know this, but the audience, y'all don't know this. I'm a lot calmer now than I was 8 years ago.
Mm.
The Aaron Sanders you're seeing right now is a lot more calmer and a lot more tame, as opposed to Aaron from like 8, 9 years ago.
Mm.
I'll say a lot more outlandish shit at that. That Aaron Sanders would say a lot more outlandish
Oh,
shit. Than,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you find that peace and you find that balance for you to be like, all right, I could go out here in confidence and kill shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do all of that. You don't have to be like, you don't have to be so, on it. You feel me?
Mm.
Because you got that support. You got that support. You got that peace. You find you a woman that got support and peace. You feel me? Don't trade that shit in for these Insta hoes, bro. Respectfully.
I agree. I feel you on that.
Don't trade that shit in. Because all you're gonna get is despair, fish and chips, and like sink wash box.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Damn.
Not
Don't ever
sink
trust a chick that
wash.
wash their box in the sink like that. Don't do it. Some of young OGs out there, don't do that shit. It's fucking gross.
You get
Have your
the
shorty
coochie
take
that
a
almost
shot.
smell like baby wipes.
Oh yeah, smelling like fucking bath and body hand sanitizer or some shit.
Oh,
There you go. So, Molly, so tell us about your experience of just becoming a father, like the pregnancy and stuff like that, and how it happened.
So, like I'm saying, this wasn't in the plan, right? The plan was to do it in the order that you're supposed to do it in. Get your money, get your lady, get your marriage, get your baby. Because the goal is to always set up the next generation better than you were set up. However, in this process, I took a huge gamble, and that gamble was to force myself to be better, to get into a better position, to do better, to be a better man overall by the time she got here.
Mm.
She gave me 39 weeks in a day to do that. And I took the gamble the best I could because it's all I had to do. Because I didn't do it in the right order, but I did happen to do this. See, I want you to understand my fatherhood, it really kind of just started.
Mm-hmm.
In this process, the last 9 months, I've been bonding with this woman to understand who my partner, to understand really what we're doing as a unit. Because once you have a baby, you've put a foot towards building. You've put a foot towards your kingdom, the legacy, all of that. You put a foot towards that. And some people disrespect that opportunity. They disrespect the honor that it is to be doing that. They disrespect the process, and that's why their families are, dysfunctional. You got a stripper over here. You got this nigga stealing over here. This nigga's in jail. This nigga got shot. This nigga shot a priest. He's going to jail forever. You get all of these issues. Your family never gets better. There's a million illegitimate bastard kids around. Your family never gets better without you. See, the last 9 months, she did the work. I was the support. How Sands's analogy, but it was in reverse. When as a man, when you're dealing with pregnancy, you're the person. You now have to switch the roles because you're the person at miles 5, 7, 12, 13 with water at the finish line cheering to present the prize. All of that's you. It's a different role than a lot of men are used to. Men aren't used to. They love being a little bit more subservient. They don't like it. They like, men like being in quote unquote control. What they don't understand is the woman that you have a baby with is basically your wife.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a baby with somebody and you kind of just walk off on her, I'm not saying if she's abusive, if she's crazy, you don't have to stay with her. But if you kind of just walk off on the whole situation, you did the person who's essentially supposed to be like talking purely biblical terms.
Mm-hmm.
But you did that person wrong, and you did your child wrong, and you did your whole bloodline wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what I'm trying to say is like having this baby this week when she first put her hands in when they first put her in my arms, I didn't understand what I was understanding until she was here. I'm holding her mother's hand at the same time. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm literally holding, oh my God. Like I'm literally holding life and death, love and happiness. Like so many things in both hands at the same time. And then I understood, like, this is my role. This is why the men who take this role tend to be respected by not only the people around them, but the men around them as well. Because this is fucking heavy. It's like you're not always gonna know what to do. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm like on one hand I got the baby in my right arm, and I'm like, and on the other hand I got baby over here. I'm holding her hand because there's still more. There's a lot more. It's like, first of all, there's a lot more to pregnancy than they tell you about, even when they trying to tell you about it. Like I could write a freaking book. There's way too much more. So she's still going through it. I want you to understand anytime, and I'm trying to shorten it up because I know I'll be going off. But this, the magnitude of this to me was incredible, y'all. Like, I'm holding her hand, I'm holding the baby. She's still doing the work. I'm the support. But I got the baby, so I'm the protection at the same time. It's like being able to be in different roles, and the people around you know that you're gonna be there. You can't hide yourself. You can't hide your ability to be there. You gotta show them what you have and make do with everything you have at the best, at the top of your ability. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I put myself in a position where I can't. I put myself in a position where my failure is my family, is my bloodline's failure. It's heavy, but this is why everything Sand said is so important. Because your partner in this can be either the worst thing that's ever happened to you in your life. That the weird thing is, what I'm saying is a biblical fact. Like there's multiple Bible verses that say, you as a man, if you pick a bad woman, it's the worst thing the fuck out. Like it said, you'd rather live on the corner of the roof of a building than to dwell with a quarrelsome woman.
That's a fact, though.
God is literally telling you, if you pick the wrong woman to do this with, she'll set your life back. Versus if you pick the right woman to do this shit with, you will give her the other thing that people always say, oh, if you give a woman something, she'll make magic out of it, right? You give a woman this, she'll make that. You give a woman, that's true when you have that right woman for you. And I'll end it by saying this. After being there, after seeing these things, like I have a duty to them. More within my feelings, I have a duty. And I'm really happy to be duty bound because I'm going to do my duty to the best of my ability. But I don't think, oh my God, I don't cry, but tears well up in my eyes and then they go away. Chief, don't cry.
Don't worry, so it's a safe space, son. Brother right here, son.
No,
Brother right
Chief
here.
just physically don't cry. I know I picked the right person. This woman is tough as nails. She went and she faced a deep fear for us. Because she did it with the kingdom in mind too. That's what we call ourselves. It's like she puts me on a very spiritual path. Like she helped me see the spiritual side of this, which balances it out, which doesn't allow me to be so big-headed or prideful about this. It allows me to be humble and puts me in that spirit. She put me on that path to read those things and become the man I'm supposed to be. So we call each other kingdom man and kingdom woman. And I truly know I got like a warrior because she sat there and she went through all that for the kingdom. Like I don't want to keep dragging on, and I'm gonna stop soon, but I'm gonna gush a little bit. We went through a season, and you know she had to be awoke. And I say that I want y'all to think about it. She had to be awoke while they cut her open.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Moved her organs, cut through her uterus, and got this shot. And she was scared. And this is how I know I got the right woman. Because not only did she go in there and she did it with as much grace and poise as you possibly can have with your stomach open. But you know this motherfucker turned on, had me turn on Kevin Gates' Big Gangster right before she did it to get her to do it.
Yo, real quick, I don't mean to cut off. I don't mean to jump into this like it's a main story because it is, and I do want to
No. I had to cut it. I had to cut it right there because I could keep talking for like the next year about this.
All right, I got like 2 questions. Right, number 1, right.
Mm-hmm.
Going into like being in like from getting ready to have the kid into like being at this moment right here. Like I know a lot of dudes, right? They get ready to be fathers, but then they get cold feet about being fathers. So they run away from being fathers. Did you ever feel like you had any of those regrets? Not any of those regrets, but those feelings that you felt like. Yeah, I feel like a lot of dudes either have it, but they just face it, and you know they become great fathers. And then you got those that run from it and become trash fathers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, have you ever felt yourself during this journey that you was wavering between left and right? Or did you always know? Like you always knew like, hey, this is it.
From the moment we got the actual like doctor's pregnancy, I was locked in. Not gonna lie. The 2 weeks in between that, I was thinking about skating. I was listening to that DMX song. So Shorty was trying to get ideas.
Yeah.
But once I knew it was real for me. Like all I want to be is a great father. Right? Once it was real, once that decision was made, yeah, we're gonna keep this because the thing is, I want y'all to understand this. People could say what they want, all this PC stuff could be what it want, or whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, since we don't police a woman's body, the only control you have over whether you're gonna raise a child or be responsible to raise a child is where you lay your seed. Right?
Yeah.
Because once you do it, now you've given your choice in the matter to the person who's going to carry that.
That's true.
She could say yes, she could say no. And whether or not you wanted a yes or a no, your heart is going to be broken regardless. I can be honest, be like, in my heart, I wanted a yes. In my mind, I was like, no, because I'm broke.
And yo, wow, that's
So
nice.
I got one more question too, right? I got one more question, and this for Ken and Roddy, right? All right, so we out here, we talking about like, you know, us becoming husbands, becoming fathers, taking the next step in like, you know, like manhood and everything. Not, oh, well, yeah, fuck it, let's go with it. Taking a step like into our lives as men, you know what I'm saying? Like being people that care about things that are much bigger than ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So in the midst of that, like I know you guys are like y'all doing like y'all moving in like y'all still on single timing, which is fine. You know, this is lit. You know, game's kind of trash right now, but you know, you guys are still holding it down. My question basically is are you good in this space? Or are you guys aiming to like try to do something different in the future to obtain like similar outcomes?
Roddy, you wanna
Gentlemen,
go?
they got y'all on the hot seat.
Hold on, Roddy, you wanna go first? Or I'll go first.
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right, go first, Roddy.
Nah, I'm actually trying to get cuffs up at least pretty soon. That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm not pretty good in this space. I'm ready to change up. So I'm doing what I gotta do. Definitely going out there and actually talking and approaching people. And that's, trying to give myself a chance. Go places where people are, not really be cooped up and sitting alone. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
For me, to be honest, I always wanted to get married, you know, and stuff like that. But I know for me that as of right now, I'm not in a place for that at the moment. You know, I feel like in order to love somebody else, I gotta love myself first. So I feel like I gotta get myself together, make sure I got the finance right and the perfect. I hope that she could be in for the kids and stuff like that. We gotta make sure I have a safe place for them to be safe before I even make that stuff. But I mean, once that together, I definitely want to make that stuff. Especially seeing my parents married for 40 years and stuff like that. It definitely want to give me that same thing. So I know that it's gonna happen. But once things is as I feel is comfortable is in place, I definitely will make that step. You know. So I definitely do want that eventually.
Yeah, man. I just want to make this quick quote real quick, and I'm gonna let off, and then we're gonna close it up for the. So, Kevin Samuels once said, "Life happens out there," right? A lot of times, and it's kind of tied into the whole Father's Day stuff. A lot of times, a lot of dudes don't have like that positive male role model or positive father figure to really help guide them in life. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really know how to like really navigate certain things. So a lot of times, a lot of dudes, they find like positive reinforcement on like YouTube and TikTok and all that other stuff. Because we are like, this is technology generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the social media generation, I should say. And this is like a major thing.
I usually say digital.
Yeah, digital, basically. So so a lot of dudes tend to look for that type of role model online.
Yeah.
Problem with that is you're online and you're kind of inside and you're not really experiencing your life. You're just experiencing other people's life through other lenses. You're not really going out there and touching the grass and doing the work.
Yeah.
So I say this to all the young dudes that listen to this podcast, like, it's a fact. Life does happen out there. Go out there, fail, fall, bust your ass. You know what I'm saying? Work hard, fail, try it again. Because honestly, it's going to take all of that and more to get to those type of the situations and the outcomes, not just relationship wise, but also professionally, you know. And for the older dudes, we really got to start being a better role model to these young cats out here. You know?
I agree.
You can't just tell them to shoot it up just because you don't want to shoot it up. So you send a young homie to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, you just put out the game right there.
Like, let's talk about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of these young dudes shooting up shit because the old dudes ain't willing to do it. Tell them young dudes to put the gun down and start boxing.
I agree. Like we used to do.
Shoot your shit.
They out here eating charges because some older dude told them to eat that.
Meanwhile, the older dude fucking your bitch. How that work?
Right.
But hey, happy Father's Day.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're gonna end there. You know, thank you for listening to another episode of the Premier Podcast. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman. You know, follow me on IG, Ken_Mr. Gentleman. I repeat, Ken, KEN _ Mr. MR Gentleman, GENTLEMAN. Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Every Sundays for the main series, and every Thursdays for spin-off series Thursdays. And season 6 finale this Sunday at 12 p.m. Chill!
You already know what it is. You're the man's Aaron Sands, and I love to spend my Wednesdays just dropping truth bombs on y'all niggas. Hopefully get your act right and get to a better life and not stuck on some bullshit. But in the meantime, thank you for tuning into another episode of Premier Boyz Podcast. You can follow me on IG, Aaron Sands Premier, link in the description, on Good Pods and Twitter, King Talk Sands, link in the description. I also got my bros been telling me I gotta push this, so I'm like, I guess I'm actually taking it serious. So I'm taking that old one down, and I'm actually gonna start a Twitch where your boy gonna be playing. I'm big on fighting games. Right now I'm doing MK11, but MK1 drop, doing that. Also doing Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. So check us out.
You doing Street Fighter 6? I'm definitely gonna check you out.
Oh shit!
All Street 6 is P5, bro.
Yeah, I gotta drop my Twitch too, yo. I have used it 2 years. All right, Roddy, go, son.
Yeah, so it's me, the Star Roddy Rod. Check me out on Instagram, the Star Roddy Rod. Tell you how to spell the star, but Roddy Rod's RODDYROD. Start Time Season 1. Check it out on all streaming platforms. Yeah, also I'm back on the old school show coming back on June 29th.
Yeah, June 29th, yo. Every fourth Thursday on Mr. Gentleman Like the Pocket Possess, spin-off series Thursdays.
What time?
Yeah, so check me out. See y'all next week.
They call me Malimal. Hold on. That's not right. Ken, could you help me out?
Long live the chief.
Rifle Chief.
They call me Malimal. TCM Malimal. They call me Malimal. If you don't find my tag in either one of those two things, you're not typing these things correct. So TCM Malimal, MALIMAL, you already know. Yeah, everything. The bridge is coming soon. This summer will not end without the bridge because there's so much I want to talk about. The vlog is coming soon because there's so much I want to talk about. And I'm really getting convicted about my time spent not talking about these things. And my God, some of the conversations we have on this show based on I want to, just like Saint said, we bring that to the bridge. So if you like some of this stuff, if you like some of those to the sky segments, I'm practicing right now. So we coming. Check us out. Take us out of here.
All right, you already know this is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman.
You already know what it is. The Poughkeepsie Poppy himself, Aaron Sands.
The Star Roddy Rod.
Long live the chief and long live the tribe.
Damn, what y'all gonna do about those Usos, man?
I mean, gag.
Well, we will give y'all the answer on the next episode of the Premier Boy Podcast. True.
We out.
Yeah.